This is so slow going. I already cried a couple of times. Almost a complete whiteout. I don't know, I just feel like I can't do it anymore. I feel dizzy. I'm going to drop out. This is really difficult and I'm so sad. Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. I guess the cat's out of the bag if you've clicked on this video. And yes, it's true, some of you have already guessed it. I'm going to attempt the spine race, the winter spine race 2026. If you've watched my video last year, I competed in the winter spine race in the Challenger South in 2025, but I didn't finish. I had to quit after 125 kilometers in Malem, and it really was unfinished business. I tried to register right when the registrations opened in February 2025 for the race in 2026, but I only got a place on the wait list, so I had to wait a couple of months. But then in early September I got a place for the Challenger South again, the second shortest distance, which is 170 kilometers, 108 miles. I'm really excited. I feel this could be my race. I've been training very hard for it for the last couple of months, and then I had COVID. This is my first run after I fully recovered. I really took my time. As you can see, there's snow and ice. It's -5 degrees today. It's been snowing on and off for the past couple of weeks, so perfect conditions for training for a winter spine race. I'm just going to finish my run and then tell you a bit more about my training this year, about my strategy. So let's go! It's so nice to be out again. I feel so great. I was a bit anxious how my running would go after COVID, but yeah, it really pays off that I waited so long to start training again, because I really feel great, and this is so nice to be out on a beautiful day like this. I'm back from my run, one of my last runs before the race. I just took a shower and now I want to talk a little bit about the training that I did this year, and also what I learned from my DNF last year. First off, my training was quite different this year than it was last year. This year I didn't do that many long runs, just because I realized in the race and also over my hikes, my runs this year, that I have quite a good basic endurance, basic fitness that I think allows me to keep going at a slower, moderate pace for very long. Because last year I didn't have any issues with my legs, my muscles. I think because I'm hiking so much all year, thousands of kilometers, I think if worse comes to worse, I can, even if I'm just fast hiking, I think I can keep up that fast hiking pace for a long time. So as a result of that, I didn't do that many long runs in the sense of doing 30, 40, 50 kilometers. But instead, and that's the really good thing, my sister is a sports medicine doctor, and she basically coached me a little bit for the race this year. This year I focus on interval training, so basically to work on my pace, to have a faster pace and to also sustain that faster pace over a long time, just so that your heart, your body moves a bit more efficiently. I've been working on my VO2 max just to have a bit of a faster pace, because that I think will allow me to move a little bit faster. Obviously in a race this long, I'm not a pro or anything. Obviously I will not run the entire time, but my hope is that I can go a bit faster without feeling too tired, just so that my body can sustain a bit of a higher pace for longer. So this is what I've been working at. So basically doing shorter runs, interval training with a higher heart rate, just for my heart to work a bit more efficiently. And the second thing that I've been doing is doing a lot of strength training to strengthen my muscles, work on mobility, on my knee, my ankle, my calves, a lot of rolling in between my runs, just everything to make my my joints, my knees, my ankles more stable. And that's what I basically did for the last 12, 14 weeks, basically since I got home from Wales in early October. And apart from training, I've also been thinking a lot about the race last year, my potential mistakes, what I could have done better. I did a lot of research to see if there's anything that I could maybe do or integrate in my race, just to have a bit of a better strategy, because I realized last year that it's not just about fitness and how fit you are, how long you can run, how fast you are, but also about your plan, your strategy. I think for me, I've made 3 bigger mistakes that I think led to me not being able to finish the race that I don't want to repeat this year. Number 1, and that's the most important thing for me personally, never quit at night. I did that last year just because mentally I was at such a low point when I quit the race. And instead, what I should have done instead is just taking a little break, going to sleep for a little bit and just see. I mean, you can always still quit the race a little bit later. But I think in the moment where I made that decision, it was just hard. It was dark. I was on my own for hours on end. And I don't know, I just listened to my brain saying, just quit. You can't go anymore. But my body, that's what I always thought, even just after the race, shortly after the race, could have been going, I think. So what I want to do this time, if I encounter this moment, I just want to make a good decision with a clear mind, a clear headspace. So if I run into that situation again, I think I would just get my baby bag out, my sleeping bag out, have a little break. And then if it's not, obviously I don't want to push myself. Obviously you need to listen to your body. But at the same time, if you're on the race for so long, your mind just will play tricks on you. So that's what I want to do different. I just want to try and sleep for a little bit, have a power nap, and then see how I feel. And then if I still don't feel better, I can still quit the race. So that's number 1. Number 2, and that's also a big issue, is never skip sleep or food. I think I wasn't too bad for the food last year, but this year I want to put a timer on my watch and just have something to eat, a gel or a couple of nuts, something like that every 30 minutes. And the second thing, and that's I think also a big factor that basically led to me quitting later on in the race, that was that I skipped sleep at the checkpoint. It was just a lot. I wasn't sure if I would still make the cutoff, if I would sleep for longer. I thought, okay, just sleeping 1 hour, 2 hours doesn't do much, but obviously it does make a difference, even if it's just a short power nap. But that's also, I've been training so hard to have a better pace, because this will hopefully allow me to be a bit faster and then have more time at the checkpoint. Because last year, obviously, there was also the issue with the snow that I hope we won't have this year. But just because I wasn't moving as fast as I thought I would and as I was in training, this basically led to me arriving quite late at the checkpoint. And then I only had, I think, about 4 hours. And I thought, okay, if I max out this time, then I will be again at the end of the race, which obviously wouldn't have been a thing, but I just wanted to have some sort of buffer time. So I didn't stay at the checkpoint for long, and I skipped sleep. And that's something that I definitely want to make different. I really hope I can get to the checkpoint a bit earlier if I go at a faster pace and then have a really good rest. And number 3 of the mistake that I don't want to repeat this year is to be too distracted by the tracker, especially in the second part of the race when there were people dropping out, people being pulled from the race because it was clear they wouldn't make it to the end in time for the cutoff. I was just very distracted by that, and I was always like, am I falling back? I don't know. I was just very distracted, checking the tracker maybe too often. I don't want to do that this year, just to really run my own race. And now for the last part of this video, because I got a lot of questions about that, and I know that even though some people are maybe not into ultra races or anything like that, but still interested in gear, I thought I would show you my race pack. I just finished packing it. I'm checking if I have everything. It's not packed very neatly because I still have to get everything out at kit check before the race. But I will just go over what I'm bringing very quickly, just for those of you that are interested, that have been sending me messages about it. First off, the stuff that I'm going to be wearing to the race. I have a winter running tights. If it's really cold, I'm going to have a a very thin base layer underneath that, but it's lined. So if it's not too cold, this should be okay. And obviously I can also wear my waterproofs over it if it's really windy. Then a turtleneck base layer. My mid layer is going to be my Patagonia fleece jacket. And then I have my insulation jacket as my outer layer if it's not raining, obviously, otherwise then I will wear my rain jacket. Then I have my buff and a beanie, of course. And for footwear, I'm going to be wearing my Darn Tough hiking socks. If it's really wet, I'm going to be wearing my sealskins over them. Then the Ultra Olympus 6. And then depending on how wet it is, but very likely will also wear my Black Diamond gaiters. And then the only other item that I'm going to be wearing is my GPS watch that I'm going to use for navigation as well. Then this is my race pack. As I said, it's not packed very neatly, but I'm taking the Montane Trailblazer 30 liters. It has almost like a running vest, 2 pockets on the shoulder straps, which are really convenient. And then attached to the shoulder straps, I'm also going to be using this chest pack from Wild Sky Gear. I think I got it from there, just to put my camera in, my phone, just everything for easy access. As you can see, the pack is quite full. There's quite an extensive list of mandatory gear that you have to bring. For example, an emergency whistle. Then if we have a look to the pack itself, a red real light just for people to see you. Then in the front here I have a toilet kit with my trowel, packet of tissues. I'm going to carry a water filter. Then my spork in the front. Micro spikes, these are the Yak Track Pro that I'm going to be using for the race. If we move up to the top of the pack, clear goggles for bad weather, for rain. Then a head and neck warmer if it's really cold, that you can pull over your head and face, up to your face. Spare gloves, just as very thin pair of liner gloves. And a compass. You also need to carry a map, but they will provide a Harvey's map printed for the race, so I don't need to bring my own map. You have to have the capacity of carrying 2 liters of water in total. I'm going to bring my Nalgene bottle because this allows me also to carry warm tea if I get something from an aid station, just to put it in here and take it with me. And then apart from that, I have 2 500 milliliter flasks, soft flasks, in these 2 pockets. And in the top compartment, I'm going to put these in Ziploc bags, obviously. I have my 10,000 milliampere power bank to keep my phone charged or my watch during the race, spare batteries for my camera, and then my other electronics, my flex tail, tiny pump to inflate my sleeping pad, a headlamp with spare battery, and I'm even taking a second spare headlamp just in case, because the nights are very, very long. Then for the pack itself, you have to carry a minimum of 1,500 calories of food of different sources. So this is my food that I'm bringing for the first part of the race, for the first 75 kilometers. This is 1.3 kilograms. And I have a lot of different things just packaged into small bags, like wine gums, then salty snacks like roasted corn. I also have powdered carbohydrates that you just have to mix with water. And then, yeah, just a couple of different things. I also have I think 8 or so energy gels just for on the go. I think I'm going to bring a banana for the start and maybe a sandwich. Just everything that's good to eat, different, sweet, salty. I've tried to label everything just to see how much carbs there is in this little bag, because I want to try and eat at least 50 grams of carbs every hour. So I've labeled everything and packaged this. So this is basically 1 portion. Then on top of my pack is, of course, my rain jacket and rain pants. Then that's also mandatory, a cup, something like that. I'm going to bring my small lightweight titanium pot that I can also use to make myself pot noodles. If I have hot water somewhere at an aid station, I can have just pot noodles in here. Then the medical kit, small scissors, some kinesiology tape, blister plasters, paracetamol, a couple of tablets, rehydration salt. I still need an emergency blanket and some antiseptic wipes. Then if it's really wet, I'm going to bring my sealskin socks and also my waterproof OMM mittens to go over my liner gloves. Then that's also mandatory spare clothing. You need to bring spare base layers, bottom base layers and top base layer, and spare socks, and also a spare insulation jacket. I'm bringing my Patagonia jacket as a spare. That's all in here so that it stays dry. And then the last items are a bivy bag. I'm taking the Alpkit Hanka. Then a sleeping pad. I'm bringing my Thermarest Neo Air X-Lite. And then last but not least, a sleeping bag. Unfortunately, I can't bring my quilt because they are not allowed. It has to be something with a hood. So I'm bringing this, I think this is the Marmot Dressels Elite, I think this is called. It has a -1 degree comfort rating. The only thing, apart from some small little bits and bobs, that is still missing are my trekking poles that I will use, obviously. And then this is my drop bag. This right here will basically wait for me at the checkpoint. It's not entirely packed yet, but I will basically carry spares for everything. I also have a GPS navigation device for navigating if I don't want to keep navigating with my watch. I have hand warmers that I can refill, a towel, flip-flops for at the checkpoint if I want to take a shower, more heavy-duty ski goggles, more heavy-duty micro spikes just in case the conditions change or something like that. My cork ball to roll. I will also carry like leggings and a top to sleep in if I sleep at the checkpoint, a sleeping bag liner so that I don't have to get out my sleeping bag. And then my power bank. I will have another bag of food with also at least 1500 calories in there. Just everything that I might need, everything that might break. I also will bring another pair of shoes in my drop bag just to be safe if there's any issue. I don't think there will be. I mean, I've used these for years, but still, you never know. I will bring that. Spare gloves, hat, socks, everything that I might want to replace or change, that will all go into my drop bag. This is everything. I haven't weighed it yet, the entire thing, but I reckon it will be around 6 kilograms. I hope it will be below 6 kilograms. As I said, quite a lot of it is mandatory to carry. Not long now. I will just have to repack everything, check if I really have everything, and yeah, then we're good to go. It's 6 days to the race. It's Sunday today. It's -8 degrees, really cold. So again, really good conditions to train for the spine race. I just finished my last bit of a longer but slow run to basically finish my training at home. I feel a bit nervous, to be honest, not going to lie, but at the same time I'm really excited to see the Pennine Way again. I'm quite confident. I know what I've put into the training, into the race so far, and mainly I'm just excited to be on the Pennine Way again. If you want to cheer me on virtually and see my little dot hopefully progress on the map, my number is 419419, and I'm going to put the link to the tracker down below in the video description, and you can either search for my name or my number and yeah, just see where I'm at, how I'm going. This is it for this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. There will be another video next week while I'm on the race that I have prepared about my other plans for 2026 apart from the spine race. And then 2 weeks from today there will be the video about my experience on the spine race that will hopefully end with me finishing the race. Fingers crossed. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support, your encouragement and everything, and I see you next time. Bye!